What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name is Sean. This is my dad, Mike, and we are back on the VW project working on the Jetta. This is the part that we've been looking forward to. As you can see, we have the car in the barn. Hood is open. We're ready to get going. So we're about to start digging into the engine, see what the problem is, hopefully get this thing fixed, and we're really looking forward to seeing what's going on. And you know, we don't know anything about VW engines, or I guess VW and Audi are basically the same kind of parts. It's basically the same vehicle, I guess. But so we're looking forward to get into this, see what's going on. Stick around, this is going to be fun. First thing we're going to do getting started is get rid of this hood so we have some room to work and so we can get some more light from overhead. Pretty straightforward. Now once we get this off, we'll have a lot easier access. Now that we have the hood off, we got the battery out. Next thing we're doing, unhooking mass airflow sensor. We're going to get this plastic cover off, pull off the plastic cover, get the intake off, and then go from there, see what we can find. So now we're working on actually trying to get this piece off so we can get better access to down intake manifold down to the front of the engine. Just having a little bit of issue because it seems like we're going to have to take this whole front bumper off in order to get this loose, because we have bolts at the top, down the front, and the hood latch on each headlight, and still it's tight. So I think we're going to have to try to get this whole front bumper off in order to access it. So we'll keep working on that. Alright, so we made a decision to go ahead and get the front of the car off the ground, take the front wheels off, just so we can better access the inside of the bumper. And also, I mean, we need to get the bumper off, so we need to get the car, or we need to get to the inside of the fenders to get the bumper off. So we got it off the ground now, so we can do that, and it'll pick it up a little bit for us. So we're tall people here, so it'll give us a little bit easier access to the engine so we don't have to bend over so much. But that's where we are for now. We're going to keep working at it. So we have gotten this far. We have the front bumper off, inner fenders out, headlights out, and we are currently working on getting this whole front clip off. And what it seems like is the radiator is attached to this here. So the next step that we're going to is to drain the radiator. Got our bucket ready. So we're going to drain the radiator and then see about pulling this whole front clip off and see what happens from there. So we're making progress. It's slow as we're figuring out how this whole car is built, but we're making progress nonetheless. All right, finally getting the front clip off. There she goes. That was quite a pain in the butt to get off, but we finally figured it out. Now I just have the radiator here. And so that was a little bit more work than we thought we were getting into, but we worked it out and got it off. And now once we get this radiator unhooked, you know, you can see we just have so much better access to the engine, so this will be much better working on it. It was a pain. It took a while, but we got it. And that's, I mean, that's how it goes when you don't know what you're doing and you're just trying to figure things out. So as you can see, we now have the top of the engine open. Took the engine cover off that had the air box to it. And now we have this open with our fuel rail and injectors. So our next plan of action, going to get the intake manifold off and get the fuel rail and the injectors out of the way. So that's what we're going to do right now, and hopefully it all goes smooth. We don't really know what we're getting into. Alright, let's see if we can finally get this off. Oh, I've got a little wrap here. Where's the rose for that? Oh, yeah? Yeah. There we go. I've got a connector here in the bottom of the intake. Did you figure out how to get those out on the other ones? It ought to come off now. Alright. Well, that was a pain. A major pain. We finally got it off though. That was a lot of work. We finally got it off. Made a mess, but I think that's where we're going to end off tonight. Kind of get a plan of what we want to do going forward on this, and we'll pick it back up tomorrow. Alright, so we did go ahead and pull our spark plugs in order, and you can look and see. We would think that this first one is not firing. So that may be part of our issue. And we also have one of the coils here that you can see it's dirty, but when we talked to the previous owner, they did say that they took it in and had a tune-up on it and had something done with the coils. So we're not sure if they just switched this one from the first one to see if that would fix the issue, and it didn't, so they just left it that way, or what the issue was. But that one is the only one that looks like that. All the other ones are clean. And then the first cylinder is the only spark plug that does not look like it's firing. So gonna still have to take off the head and kind of see what may be going on, or do a little research and try to figure out what the issue may be. All right, guys, so it is the next morning here. We're getting back out, just starting to work. So our plan for today is to get the valve cover off and to pull the head and to see what's going on with there. So we're just getting started. So just as we were leaving off yesterday, you can see it a little bit better now because we have the light. So we got the intake manifold off, and now just starting to work. Pull the valve cover off, pull the head, and just see what happens. Looking forward to see what is under there, and hopefully today we can kind of stamp out what our major problem is and hopefully get a plan going forward. Hi guys, so we've got an update for you here. It has been a long day, and it's really been a struggle today on tearing this engine apart. So I'll show you what we've got so far. So today we've gotten the timing chain cover off and the timing chain loose. And so we also got the valve cover off, as you can see, and the cams look to be in really good condition. No major scoring or anything. And so what we're stuck on right now is the head, trying to pull the head off. So on these VWs, they have basically their own head bolt pattern, and it's a star pattern. So the T50 star bit is too small, there's too much play in it. The T55 size is too big and it won't fit in. So they make a specialized tool, special VW head bolt tool that only fits these. So we had to order that. So that's a showstopper for right now. That'll be in a few days. So then hopefully that'll all smooth things out and we'll be able to get back going on it. But that's going to be it for today until we get the head bolt tool. And that'll probably be it for this part, and we'll start back up once we get that head bolt tool in and make sure it works, so we can start right off pulling the head, getting this thing off, and really seeing what the internal of the engine looks like. So that's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. It's been a struggle and a real learning experience for us these past 2 days, and it's really good, but it's also, really kind of irritating and frustrating, not exactly knowing what you're doing and just trying to learn on the go. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next part, and we'll see you.